Everything we know about Windows 12, full voiceover script. Windows 12. It's not just the next version of the world's most used desktop operating system, it could be a major shift in how we interact with our computers. Even though Microsoft hasn't officially announced Windows 12 yet, a growing number of leaks, patent filings, insider reports, and early test builds are painting a pretty clear picture of what's coming. So let's break it all down. Here's everything we know so far about Windows 12. First up, the release timeline. Multiple reliable sources suggest that Windows 12 is currently in active development, and is expected to launch in the second half of 2025, with October being the most likely release month. This would follow Microsoft's updated release cadence, launching a major Windows version every 3 years. It's worth noting that Windows 10 launched in 2015, and Windows 11 followed in 2021. So a 2025 release fits perfectly. But Windows 12 won't just be a visual refresh, it's expected to bring deep changes under the hood. Let's start with the user interface. Microsoft seems to be leaning toward a more modular UI, meaning different layouts and behaviors depending on the device type, whether it's a desktop PC, a laptop, a tablet, or even a foldable screen. Screenshots from internal builds have shown a floating taskbar, rounded corners everywhere, a redesigned quick settings panel, and possibly a more dynamic start menu that adapts based on your usage. In terms of personalization, Microsoft may finally allow more control over themes, accent colors, and even transparency levels, without needing third-party tools. But perhaps the biggest change in Windows 12 will be AI, artificial intelligence. With the introduction of Windows Copilot in Windows 11, Microsoft has already shown its interest in integrating AI assistants directly into the OS. But with Windows 12, AI could be built into the very core of the system. Imagine this. Your operating system understands how you work. It opens the apps you need based on your daily habits. It suggests files you forgot about. It summarizes emails. It rewrites your texts. It helps you search across your entire system using natural language, not just file names. That's the direction Windows 12 is heading in, AI as your digital coworker. The AI features may include a completely redesigned search experience, on-device voice control, and predictive tools built into everyday apps like File Explorer, Mail, Calendar, and even Notepad. Moving on, let's talk about hardware requirements. One of the biggest criticisms of Windows 11 was its steep system requirements. You needed TPM 2.0, UEFI secure boot, and a relatively modern CPU, which left out millions of older but perfectly functional PCs. Unfortunately, early signs point to even stricter requirements in Windows 12. Microsoft is focusing more and more on security, performance, and AI acceleration, which means support for older hardware may be even more limited. There's a strong chance that only CPUs with built-in NPUs, neural processing units, will get access to the full Windows 12 experience. Now let's go through some of the features and improvements we can expect. One major update is coming to the File Explorer, with tabbed navigation, breadcrumb-style folders, better file previews, and AI-powered search suggestions. Widgets, which many users ignored in Windows 11, are expected to get a full overhaul. Rumors say they'll become interactive, resizable, and more relevant, pulling real-time info from both online and local apps. Multitasking tools like Snap Layouts may be upgraded, with smarter positioning suggestions and automatic workspace restoration. And let's not forget Windows updates. Microsoft is reportedly working on a faster, more silent update system that installs everything in the background, without constant restarts or downtime. On the enterprise side, IT admins might see smarter device management tools, cloud-based recovery options, and AI-based system health monitoring. But Windows 12 isn't just about features, it's about Microsoft's long-term vision. Insiders say Windows 12 could mark the beginning of Windows as a platform, a lighter, cloud-aware system where local resources are blended with cloud services. This could mean optional modules, pay-as-you-go features, or subscription-based access to premium capabilities. While this idea is still controversial, Microsoft is already experimenting with it in Windows 365, their cloud-based version of Windows. Windows 12 might be the bridge between local and cloud computing. And what about pricing and upgrades? There's no official word yet. But if Microsoft continues its current policy, Windows 11 users may get a free upgrade to Windows 12, at least during the first year. However, older Windows 10 users might be left behind, especially if their hardware doesn't meet the new requirements. To summarize, Windows 12 is shaping up to be faster, smarter, and more AI-driven than anything we've seen before. It's not just an operating system update, it's a step toward a more intelligent, adaptive, and modern computing experience. We still don't know everything, but the picture is getting clearer. New interface, smarter tools, deeper AI, tighter security, and a new era of cloud-connected desktop computing. And as we get closer to launch, more leaks, previews, and developer builds will likely reveal even more. So, are you ready for the future of Windows? If you want to stay ahead of the curve, don't forget to subscribe for more Windows 12 updates as soon as they drop.